Good morning, good morning. It is August 25th. This is Phattys Box. I am just waking up. You see it, guys. I have my different glasses on. These are my other complimentary pair. Anywho, I wanted to come and show you guys what I already did this morning. This morning I got up at 5 and I went ahead and my meat's still marinated for 24 hours exactly because I got up at 5 and came on in here in this kitchen, baby. I put that meat and country spare ribs in the crock pot, and let me wipe my hand off. And this is what they looking like. Hold on, let me put that camera down. See that, all that goodness in there? Oh yeah. See, they're just so tender now. And I cooked them on low. So they're really tender. And I went ahead and changed my heat to warm. Because I don't want them to break down to be nothing. But I got my green beans already seasoned up. I got my corn. That's my mushroom gravy mix and my thing of mashed potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on about a medium setting. For my corn, I'm going to go ahead and cut that on a medium setting too. I got to find my pot top. But what I'm finna do now is to show you guys this strawberry shortcake. So yesterday where we left off, I showed you guys what to do for your strawberries. So those are all chopped up, and now let me show you guys. It's all liquid. That's what we want. See that extra juice in there? That juice is going to be the piece to the resistance of this cake. So for this cake, we need oil, we need eggs, we need some water. I'm doing my cake by hand. I do have a blender, but it's upstairs and I don't know where my beaters are. As you guys know, I do make hair products, and so from time to time I'll take my whole mixer upstairs, but I have a second set of beaters and I don't know what I did with the second set of beaters. So I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm trying to get this off of my stuff. Sticks so well to these. But anywho, I'm sure y'all know how to make a box cake, and if you don't know, I'm gonna show you. And I might make a little bit of rice, I don't know, just depends. Now this calls for egg whites, so what I'm doing is getting me a little bowl, and this is our cake mix, and what it calls for is 1 cup of water. Let me grab that. So I got my water, I got my oil. It's 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. But I will tell you guys, what I have a habit of doing is I'll use a little bit more oil, because I find when you use more oil, it makes your cake more moist and it's not dry. A few other things I'm going to add in here that I mentioned to you guys yesterday. I'm going to add, I have some Yoplait Greek yogurt. I'm going to do the Greek yogurt versus the mayo. Let's take the top off. And anybody that knows about Greek yogurt, it does have a little tart smell to it. So I'm just adding 1 heaping teaspoon to my cake. That's all we need of the yogurt. Now this yogurt is going to add moisture to our cake. Some people add sour cream. Some people add, oh shoot, can't even think right. Some people add sour cream. Some people add mayonnaise. Some people add salad dressing. Some people add ranch. Now, don't knock it till you try it. Ranch will give your cake so much moisture, you'll be really surprised. And instead of doing what the box says, what I'm going to add is 4 egg whites. Why? Because sometimes when you cook these box cakes, they don't, they're not as moist as what you want. And I'm looking for a real moisturized, if that's even a word, y'all, a real moisturized cake. Sorry guys, a couple things I forgot. Give me a cup, get my pan over here too. And I'm doing mine in a clear sheet cake pan. Just rewashing this off and about to rinse this out. I already have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm actually going to turn, well, I have it preheated at 300. So I just turn it up 25 degrees now. Wipe this pan off. Wipe the inside of it out too. Now you guys do have the option to oil your pan with which vegetable oil if you want, but I have some cooking spray, so I'm just going to spray this pan down really good. Spray it everywhere, all the nooks and crannies. You don't want your cake to stick at all. So my cake pan is covered fully. Oh, I still have my little label on there, but oh well, no big deal. I'm gonna start cracking my eggs here. Now, separating the egg and the yolk is pretty simple. I've seen some things on YouTube where people will use plastic bottles, and they do work to separate. Trying to get all that yolk and all that white separated. Okay, so you're going in there because you're about to crack. So that's one. But I just prefer to do it the old school way, and that is putting the egg inside of one another, letting that egg white, separate from one another. And the egg yolks I will use for something else, whether it be making some scrambled eggs, just cook the yolk, but you don't want to waste your egg. So that's 3, which that's what the box calls for, but because I want this cake to be super moist, I'm adding 4. Remember, it's your recipe, it's your way, you do it the way you want. But as for me and my house, I'm adding 4. Okay, so I got my 4 eggs in there. I'll put my eggs back in the fridge. Okay, so we've got our egg yolk. Well, excuse me, we've got our, I'm just over here washing my hands, y'all, in the bleach water. Okay. Alright. And let me grab a paper paper towel. Put a little bit of this up. So I'm gonna sit these eggs too in the refrigerator. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cook those eggs for breakfast. So in the bowl we have our cake mix. We have 2 big heaping spoons of Greek yogurts. And that's it so far. We are going to add our oil. Let's see. Okay. Get a good old vegetable oil here. I'm going to do what it calls for, which is 1/4. However, I'm going to do 2/4. You guys will see when I take this cake out the oven how moist it is. Ooh, look at them arms. Them arms is fat, y'all. So I've got my oil in here. I'm doing 2/4. And I'm sure I'm probably gonna hear get a lot of comments. Oh, why you didn't add your dry with your wet? Listen. Come here. I'm cooking this cake the way I want to, and it's gonna turn out perfect. That's all you need to worry about. That's all you need to worry about. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. I'll mix this until this is totally smooth. And now that I have a little bit of water in here, I'm going to go ahead and dump in my egg whites. That's it. And a sprinkle of vanilla extract. Just a sprinkle, just a midget. You don't need much, just a little bit. That's just for extra flavor. That's just one of my, I guess you could call it a secret ingredient, but hell, it ain't a secret ingredient no more because y'all see what it is. Most of the time with baking, I pay attention to directions on the box. Other times I don't. I just do my own thing. And if it comes out right, it does. Sometimes we have trial and error, but that's because we don't pay attention to the directions. But it's okay, guys. It's all right. The rest of my spoon off. Wipe my hands back off. I'm gonna put some water in this pot. You only need two cups if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2 cups of water. All right. So once I'm done with getting this cake in the oven, I will put my potatoes. Get those potatoes cooking. Okay, so, and about the water too, I mean, the cake is supposed to be somewhat thick, but I don't want it to be so thick. I like it a little bit loose, so sometimes I may add a little bit more than a cup of water. So what we have in our bowl is our cake mix, our Ginger Evans cake mix from Save-A-Lot. We have 4 egg whites. We have a big heaping spoon of Greek Yoplait yogurt. And we have probably a couple tablespoons of our vanilla extract. And then we also have 4 egg whites, and we have 2 1/4 cups of oil in this. So it's smooth. See how smooth it is? Taste it. baby. Right. Wipe up that mess. Now, I'm going to go back, get my measuring spoon here. On my measuring cup. And so, how we get the cake red? I'm going to stir this a little bit more, y'all. And my trash. And how we get our cake red is we put our strawberries into the cake mix. Now, there are strawberry store-bought cakes. You can purchase them. And really, honest with you, it's just a white cake. You can even use a yellow cake. And the only thing difference is with the yellow cake is it has the egg yolk in it. Okay. So, we're going to take 1/2 cup of our strawberries. I want you guys to see this. I'm just going to place my spoon over top and drain out the excess sugar liquid and put 1 cup in here. I'm going to mix that up. And you just really want it to be pink. If it's not pink enough for you, add more. It's not pink enough for me, so I'm going to add a tainch more. But this too will also give you that good strawberry flavor. Hence, strawberry shortcake. You can always, like I said yesterday in the other video, if you want to use some of your store-bought berries like so, you can do that. And the way you do those is you just put them suckers in the microwave and put some sharp sugar on top of them. Let them melt down, macerate down. And that's it. Now, I am going to put juice directly in here because I don't have enough red. You can use food coloring, but you really don't want to. Alright, so now we got red. So you're going to have strawberries in the cake. And on top of the cake. Alright. It's not that pink, but it's fine. Looking for my spatula, but I don't know where it is. So we just gonna use one of these plastic spoons. This will work. So make sure you go around the bottom of your bowl really, really good with your strawberry stuff. With your whisk. And you just basically want to dump your cake out. You go around the sides and get all of that out of there. And this cooking spray, I've noticed when you put your cake in, it kind of bubbles up. So you can just kind of smooth your cake out, even with your it's just butter spray. It'll all cook down in there. I just have a really, I can't say it's a bad habit, but I have a habit of putting more than what's needed spray wise in these Pyrex dishes, because you don't want your cake to stick. Your cake sticks, it's hard to get it out. It's just a hot mess. Alright. So now at this point, you're going to put your cake in the oven. You're going to cook it. You're going to put your strawberries back in your refrigerator, because when they go on top of the cake, they need to be cold. And so that's it. There's your cake. Put it in the oven. Let it cook. Come out. Let it cool down, room temperature or below, because you don't want your cake to get too mushy when we put the strawberries on top. And we are going to take a break, and then I'll be back once the cake is done and ready to add the extra stuff. So we'll be back, guys.